You have choices on content, and you chose us two knuckleheads. Thanks for doing that. We hope we earn your subscription. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
We could say all kinds of weird things. Hancock. I mean, it's anyway. It's a movie. It's Titanium Tuesday. I just like to throw you off. It's so funny.
We can say a lot of things. Hancock is one of them.
And this is a very unlikely alcoholic superhuman hero.
Hero.
And, the one of the things about this back in 2008 when it came out, The Dark Knight came out right 2 months after this. Something like that, 2 weeks.
And man, did this movie
not long
overshadow that one. Oh, wait.
But here, wait for this. $150 million budget. It did $629.4 million, it says, in the box office.
Crazy.
I don't know how, because I remember hearing about it when it came out. Will Smith used to be like an A-lister.
Yeah.
I hear he's not anymore.
No.
But nonetheless, here he has a good right slap.
I was going to say, watch out, you'll get slapped.
And, but the big two are Will Smith and Charlize Theron. And there's Jason Bateman, but then he wasn't that big.
No.
As big as he is now.
He's still, and he still brought it like he's just a funny character.
He is. He's great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
Despite its flaws and some of that kind of stuff, but
it's incredibly unique.
They built the whole thing was these superhuman people, the gods or whoever the elusive thing is. They built these in pairs.
Yeah.
But because they're in pairs, makes them like
more vulnerable,
like human.
Yeah.
But if they're apart, they're superhuman.
Which is weird.
It was kind of and they didn't
fully explain
I think that, to me, it would have done better if they would have sunk into that a little bit more, that story, and figure out.
Right.
But they didn't. And so whatever. But
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
how would you even figure that out when you're starting? Like, if they were built to be together, like, why would they separate? Unless they decided to go on a business trip.
Well, right. And they explain it later and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. So there's a lot of flaws in this.
Yeah.
A lot of fun in this.
Absolutely.
The alcoholic superhuman hero to be.
Yeah.
Was interesting.
Yeah.
Having this idealistic Jason Bateman's character.
Yeah.
Idealistic person that is
who
going
just
to
happen to be married to the other half.
Yeah, exactly. That he's going to be this public relation.
Yeah. Hey, superheroes need their public relation people.
I guess certainly Hancock did.
Well, when you're destroying bridges and cars and trains,
shoving the bad guy's heads up the other bad guy's bum.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a public
relations.
I mean,
it's called colonoscopies. They were doing the other guy a service.
Boy, you can make a lot of jokes on
right.
that one. I'm gonna leave that alone.
What, you think you're gonna get the butt end of the stick?
I think so. Again, we're trying to earn your view, earn
and
your listen.
Nothing earns it better than butt jokes.
Right. But the overall plot of this, were they trying to make this movie like into something? Were they going to go places with this? Was that the intention?
I feel like they could have.
Clearly, they made plenty of money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was there some other universe that they were supposed to bring out from this, or what was it? Because I think it could have been pretty interesting if they would have kept going with it.
I agree.
Personally.
It would have. And I feel like movies back then, I mean, there's some movies that had trilogies like Star Wars, but still, like, a lot of movies were standalone. Like, you didn't necessarily go into a movie thinking that I want to make 3 of these.
No, right, for sure.
And so from that aspect, I understand it would be hard to do, but also it would have been really interesting, even if it was just a sequel, that they could have really dived into these characters and they could have left some mystery here, explained some better things there. But the hard part is that, again, I was really intrigued by the premise of this movie, of what it was, but it's a hard standalone movie.
Okay, I looked up.
Yeah.
It is a hard standalone movie.
Yep.
Completely agree with you. I looked up, and The Dark Knight did $1 billion, just over $1 billion. And it came out a couple weeks after Hancock did.
Yeah.
But the budget was $185 million, so only $35 million more than Hancock.
Yeah.
Now, that's hard to believe.
That is hard to believe.
Did they pay Will Smith like $50 million to do this, or what?
Because how popular, I mean, Heath Ledger
He was probably a $20 million actor back then.
Yeah.
Back then, they paid very differently.
Right.
They, a lot of the actors didn't take risk.
Right.
On some of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to look it up, but
right.
a lot of them didn't. And so, they were making, $15-20 million a movie.
Yeah.
So back then he would have been a $20 million movie kind of deal.
But they destroy a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think there would have, even when you look at The Dark Knight, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
But The Dark Knight has a lot of cool cars.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of that kind of stuff.
That's true.
That
the Batmobile, the bike. They did create a lot of things. Never mind.
Yeah, so
I take everything back. They blew up a lot of stuff. They took down a helicopter.
Right.
Never mind. I mean,
flipping semis.
I mean, we want to talk about knuckleheads
stuff. Exactly right. Yeah. So I don't know. It was interesting, though, for this, Superman kind of has his kryptonite,
yep.
Obviously. We know what that is. But the kryptonite for these super heroes to become super or just human is to be close to each other.
Yeah.
In proximity.
And it would have been really interesting to dive into those weaknesses more.
Yeah.
Because it felt like there was just like a flip of the switch and all of a sudden here we are with injuries and stuff.
Yeah. And so this movie, they need to hook you within the first 15 to 20 minutes, right?
Right.
They did that.
Yeah, they did.
They really did that.
Yeah.
It fell apart for me after that.
Yep.
It's not bad.
No.
I don't mind watching it.
No.
But it's not like, oh yeah, I'm going to watch that once a year because I love it.
Oh yeah.
But
you wouldn't.
It's a good superhero movie. It's a good Titanium Tuesday, film to talk about.
I wish there was more movies like this.
Yeah.
And
totally.
For them to go into it. Because right now, we just watched Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, where you got DC and you got Marvel building up these universes, but you really don't see standalone superhero films anymore, which is, to me, kind of a bummer. Because they can't really contain a story into one film, which I think is really cool to do because it's all about character growth for a superhero and then understanding the villain's motives.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't even the villains in this movie weren't. It's pretty weak.
Yeah, it is weak, and I know they could have. Yeah.
Again, they could have gone to more of the back.
But good job.
Is that thumbs up for the?
No, that was. Well, that's what he kept saying. That was one of the lines, right? Like, good job. Good job.
Super.
He was sober though.
duper.
He's like, good job.
That's right.
I mean, he didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
But okay, let's talk about the alcoholism type thing. The alcoholic superhero. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like you have these powers. That's a lot of pressure.
And he was he didn't have any connections.
Right. You don't have exactly. He's in when he's in prison or jail or whatever it was. He's in therapy and group therapy and all that kind of stuff. And it's like finally able to listen to other people's problems.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Which is a whole different thing, but it's real.
It is.
And I like that about this.
Yeah.
Right? Like when he's flying in the air.
Yeah.
He's got the bottle. He's going, yeah.
And then when the guy breaks his bottle, he's like, nope.
Yeah, I know it. So, stuff like that I think is pretty relatable.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I hate Superman. He is not relatable.
No.
Let's just give one person all the superpowers, no problems, but a little rock will make him weak.
Right.
No, I want to relate. That's why I like Batman. Batman's my favorite because
I do agree with that. Yeah.
Granted, he has superhuman strength, but at the same point, he is a very depressed man.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like in which one was it? The Ben Affleck played Batman. He said his superpower is he's super rich or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
Superman. Was that Superman versus Batman?
No, I think it must have been Justice
League.
Yeah, it was Justice League. Yeah, he said it in
Oh
that.
yeah, because it was the group dynamics of I think
he was getting in the car with the Flash. Yeah,
he was like, "What's your superpower? I'm rich."
Yeah, I'm super rich or something like that.
Yeah, that's
right. Yeah. So it's relatable, not the rich part, but the human part. He's totally human. So I don't know. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
Yeah. That's all I got. Hancock, Bangkok.
I hope we earned your view again. Like, you're not going to like every video or commentary or whatever. If you don't like this one, try us again.
Yeah.
And reach out to us.
At LegitQ. And I'm going to say it one more time because I was having issues with words the first time. LegitQ at Maddie'sMovieMix.com.
Just a couple of real knuckleheads.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Stop listening to Podcast Topless. We're Shiny Brand products that are so comfortable you'll think you're topless. Check out ShinyBrandProducts.com.